That's better. Welcome to episode 2. My name is Chris. For those of you that watched episode 1, thank you so much. A, for watching. B, for all of the support, the encouragement. This idea, this YouTube channel is still very fragile, right? Anytime you create something, it's very vulnerable. And so the support that I received from all of you meant the world to me. So thank you so much for that. So grateful. This is episode 2. I had intended on episode 1 being this self-contained narrative. I just share the story of losing 150 pounds and that connection to Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then move on to something else. I'd received some messages, some private stories, some just people sharing their lives and the stuff they're struggling with. And the common thread was, well, how did you do it? And so I'd been mulling the idea of doing another one of these videos, and then a really great friend of mine had suggested that I just do another video. Why not? It's my own YouTube channel. I can do what I want. That's true. I can. Let's do this. So I'm going to share the 5 lessons I needed to learn before I could actually succeed in my weight loss journey. And these lessons, I think, are not just applicable to weight loss and fitness. They're applicable to all these other areas of my life. So my hope is that if you aren't going through your own fitness health journey, that this will still be valuable to you. So stick around. It'll be really quick. We're going to run down the top 5 lessons that I needed to learn in order to succeed. You ready? Let's jump in. Number 1, you don't need fancy gear and workout tools and fitness trackers to get started. You just need to get started. Now, this is something that past Chris desperately needed to hear over and over, because I was very susceptible to the multi-billion-dollar fitness industry, which is so good at marketing supplements and pills and diet programs and gym memberships and workout gear and fitness trackers, that if you get those things, you will be fit. That's not true. You just need to get started. You need to go for a walk and push yourself a little bit. And then the next day, go a little bit further. You need to find something that's sustainable and create this new rhythm in your life. Now, tools and trackers and gear are great. Don't get me wrong. I love my Apple Watch, especially as I'm swimming. But I had to earn that watch mentally, personally for me, was that I had to swim enough to justify being able to look at all the metrics and my heart rate and the times, and in order to feel like I needed to succeed or push further, I guess, right? Like, the tools and trackers are really helpful to look at the data in order to go further, but you don't need those to start. You just need to get started. And that's with anything that we're doing. This YouTube channel is being recorded on an iPhone XS on a cheap Amazon tripod and a microphone that I got off of Amazon, and it's sitting on a stack of 4 books. So I don't have all the fancy gear. I just wanted to get started, so we're doing that. And that's an example of how this lesson has gone from fitness to other areas of my life. Number 2, don't go from 0 to 100 overnight. You need to build a sustainable rhythm in your life. And sustainable is the key, because if you accelerate that quickly in the fitness journey, you are going to get shin splints and probably throw up in a CrossFit gym. I may have done that and had shin splints as I was sputtering through this fitness journey. Fun story, quick story. One of my best friends, his name's Dustin. He's an amazing guy, brother from another mother. He's been this incredible champion and encourager for me over this whole journey in the last 8-9 years. Dustin's really into CrossFit. So Dustin took me to CrossFit when I was 350-ish pounds, and we both learned a very valuable lesson that day, that trying to do a full CrossFit workout at that weight will likely lead to you throwing up in a CrossFit gym. Lesson learned. Don't go from 0 to 100. Build something that's sustainable. You are trying to change routines and structures and systems in your life. You can't do that overnight. It needs to be done in a progressive, methodical way. That was a huge lesson for me. Number 3, I had to change my relationship with food. You see, food was not only this soul soother, it was also this reward. So if I had done a hard workout or I had gone for a walk, I'd come home and I would eat something extravagant, like bigger desserts, or I'd have an extra serving of pizza, whatever it is, because in my head I'm like, oh, I deserve that. I worked really hard. Of course I deserve that. I needed to change the idea that food is not a reward. Food is for fuel and to help me be healthy. Now, I can still enjoy food and I could eat things that I like. Nobody's asking me to suffer through this process. But I need to change the idea that I get a reward for working out. The workout becomes the reward, right? Do I want a piece of cherry pie or do I want to lose weight? And that dichotomy became so important for me. Number 4, no one gives a crap what you're doing at the gym. There's no spotlight on you. When I walked into a gym, I thought that people were judging me for being overweight and at the gym. That's what the gym's for. It's to get into shape. Nobody should go to a gym who's already in shape. That's a weird point, but the point is, most people that are going to the gym have goals and things they're working on, right? If you're 100% perfect in shape, this like Thor-like figure, gyms are strange for you, right? Because you're working on stuff, but you're still working on things. You're still doing, whatever you need to do to achieve your goals. It's the same thing. And I was so focused on what people thought of me and the spotlight I thought that I had on me for being really overweight that it deterred me from going and getting the help that I needed and going to a gym. The worst was swimming. I love to swim. That's how I lost all the weight, but I had this really giant imaginary spotlight on me when I took off my shirt. And I shared that on the internet last week. It's crazy to think that I did that. It was very hard to take off my shirt and know that other people would see that. At the end of the day, everybody's there doing their own thing. They've got their own goals, their own focuses, and they don't give a crap what you're doing for the most part. And if they do care, it's usually like respect or admiration or, heck yeah, man, good for you, way to be here. If they even say that at all. There's no spotlight on you. The final point that I had to learn was a shift in identity. I had to change my identity in order to succeed. And this is the big one, and this is still happening. I had to decide to be the person that chooses working out when I'm exhausted and had a long day over sitting on the couch eating some ice cream. I had to choose to be the person that went to the gym as opposed to watching the latest episode of whatever was on TV. That's a shift in identity. To say, like, I am the person that when things are really hard, when I'm depressed, when I'm anxious, when I'm frustrated, when I'm angry, I take that energy and I put it in the pool and I go faster and I go harder and I push myself. That is a shift mentally from where I was at. And it took time to do. But once I changed that identity, once I decided I'm choosing to be a person who is actively focused on health and fitness and thriving, it made all the difference. I think these tools and principles help not just in fitness, but they've helped me in my career, in my personal life. So hopefully you see that as well. And this is a bonus tip, complimentary of me to you on the internet. Don't share your goals with everybody. It's really important because for me what I found is that when I told all these people what I was trying to do, I ended up feeling like I actually accomplished it. So when I really got serious about losing weight, it became only the closest people to me knew what I was trying to accomplish because I actively needed their help. I needed their encouragement, their support. I needed them to kick me in the ass when I was struggling and not doing what I said I was going to do. But I didn't want to tell everybody because I didn't want that false sense of accomplishment that you get when you tell people oh yeah, I'm working on this project and it's so cool. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like, I love that you're doing that. And you're like, yeah, it is really cool. I think I already did it. And then you never do it. I didn't want to be that person anymore. So I had to change that. So that's the bonus point for you. That's episode 2. It's really quick, short and sweet. I hope that you got something out of it. I'm really thankful for everybody that liked and commented and subscribed. If you like this video and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. It means a ton. It helps me out. If you enjoyed this or the first video, please share it with anybody and everybody, the weird barista at the coffee shop you like, your friends, your family, anybody you think that would find value in some of these points. It means a ton as I'm, again, building this very fragile idea into something bigger. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Have Have a great week and look for episode 3 coming on Monday. Have a great week, y'all.